Guys, if you want to go low carb, just remember this stuff hides everywhere. Sugar, that is. And so me, I like sauces, you know. My wife always calls me the sauce boss because I can make sauces after spending, 15 years or so in food service. A lot of that time as a chef, some of it as a bartender. We got to make things that taste good. And man, I was guilty as sin of a lot of those crimes against humanity, just dumping sugar in the stuff to make it taste good. So when I decided to switch my diet patterns and eat healthier and lose a lot of weight in the process, first thing I did was I really cut sugar a lot. And I was going pretty low carb. My trainer has shared something with me that I really like, talking about carb cycling. If you know what that is, great. If you don't, that's just eating carbs on the day that you train, so that you're using more carbs in theory on those days, or in actuality, and that we should be replenishing those carbs only on those days. On the other days, let our bodies go into ketogenesis as necessary so we can burn more of that fat, if that's our goal. That being said, for the first couple of months, or several months even, of eating that way, I just stayed away from sauces. I used to just eat mindlessly. Ketchup was probably the #1 culprit, and any of those ketchup-like sauces that we tend to eat, gluttonously in America. So I'm looking at you, barbecue sauce, and honey mustard, and all of those things, honey Dijon, that kind of, the delicious stuff that you drench. They call lubed food. It sounds gross, but we drench a lot of our meats and things like that, potatoes, in those sorts of sauces. So when I got accustomed to eating low sugar, I started to have it occasionally on, in an aware sort of way. And a lot of times for my son, for instance, I'll prepare some potatoes. I'll make russet potatoes into some nice, like, kind of steak fries in the air fryer. So I'll just cut the potatoes, I'll toss them into some oil, I'll put them in the air fryer on about 300 for about 10 minutes to cook the inside, and then after that I'll bump up the heat to about 375 and get that final crisp, that beautiful golden brown that we love. And occasionally, I'd eat it with aioli or Dijonnaise, because we want those nice fats in there. If you're making them with good oils and fresh eggs, even better. But if you're doing commercial ones, there's some good brands out there that you could get. It's a lot better than just the old hydrogenated, Hellmann's or whatever. But that being said, ketchup is kind of has a special place in my heart. So we get this brand called, gosh, there's a few of them. There's like Portland ketchup brand, I think, that has a pretty low sugar option. Then there was one that's no sugar added that's really good. It just tastes like tomatoes. It doesn't taste, it's tomatoes and distilled vinegar taste that you get with ketchup. So leave something to be desired on the sweet factor. So my hack lately has been, I take that stuff and I'll just put a couple of drops of stevia in it, stir it around, and then you got a nice indulgence. It tastes sweet, gives you that satisfaction of having sugar, or the ketchup rather, which is usually pretty high in sugar, and HFCS, high fructose corn syrup, if you get the kind, the national brands that we used to, again, eat mindlessly. But listen, if you want something like that, or you want to get the recipe to those fries that I'm telling you about with a little flake sea salt on top, can't go wrong. So shoot me a message privately and I'll send those over to you. Hope you guys enjoy the content. Like and subscribe for more. Thank you.